We're up. Good morning, Knights fans. I know we're coming at you a little bit late here. We are at the top of the second inning. We've got one out. Score is Lancaster Lightning 3, Testing. So Jay Turner on first base with a hard hit line drive off the center field fence. And by fence, I mean a big plywood wall, painted green, about 8 feet tall. So this is Jack Kruger up to bat. That was the first pitch, 1-0. So we've got nobody out, man on first. Hit and run on. Great play. Great play by the shortstop. Keeps the ball in the infield. Jay Turner running on the play, so that gets him to second base. And Jack out at first. So we got one down, man on second. Scores 3-0 in the bottom of the second inning, and George Farley walks up to plate. I'm going to try not to react like a dad here. They're going to hold Jay close. They sent him on the last pitch, so we know he's a threat. All right, George steps back in. We've got no count. Man on second. Let's see what he can do with this. So George swings at a high strike. Close. All right. So Jay Turner's on second base. We've got one out, one strike here on George Farley. Let's see if he could do something with it. All right, high strike. Same place as the last pitch. Got a 0-2 count. He's got to protect here. Put it in play, move the runner at a minimum. Let's see if George can do it. Fouls it back. Good protect. That was an off-speed pitch. He's probably going to bring something a little faster now. Let's see if George catches up. 0-2 count. George was jammed on the pitch. Soft line drive to second base. So we strand Jay Turner on second for the moment. And with 2 outs, Maximilian comes to bat. Max fouls back the first pitch, so we've got 1 strike, 2 down, Jay Turner on second base. Ooh, took something off it. Right down the middle. So we've got 2 strikes. He's got us guessing a little bit. He's been good at changing up speeds. Another one. That froze Max. And they're out of the inning. So we've sent 7 to the plate. Our one hit is Jay Turner with a line drive off the center field fence to lead off that inning, but we couldn't move him around. So at the end of 2, Knights are down 3-0. All right, so while we're waiting for the change of innings, Cade Weibel is now in to pitch for the Knights. Ryan Pitcock has moved to center field. So I think Owen Norrell is now on the bench for the Knights. So here's how the Knights have working the first 6 pool games, or here's how the pool games are going to fall out. The Knights will play 6 pool games, 2 on Sunday today, 2 on Monday, 2 on Tuesday. The Knights have brought 16 players here to Cooperstown, so they're playing 8 in each game with 2 extras from the other squad in each game. So the Knights are suiting up. Actually, every player is available, but they're suiting up 10 for each game. Hopefully Cade can shut these boys down. Keep the score at 3-0 and give the Knights a chance to put some runs up. So it's the top of the third, 3-0 Lancaster Lightning. There you go. Still calling the high strike. He's been consistent. So Cade, a little outside, takes off the catcher's glove. All right, so we got 1-1, Cade Wobble here. A little bit of background on the Lightning. So the Lightning are from Lancaster, New York. It's about 15 to 20 minutes due east of Buffalo. It's about a 4-hour drive. I got to speak with one of the Lightning parents yesterday. All right, Cade squares it up, 2-2, or 2-2. Sorry. There you go. So first batter's down on a strikeout. That's the Knights, or 6th strikeout by the Lancaster Lightning today, out of the 7 outs that we've recorded. So that brings up the top of the order here. In his first at bat, this is Nate Wick. Nate Wick singled on a soft single, or soft liner to center field. And Cade is just working ahead in the count all day long. So we got 2 strikes here. Nate was fooled by an off-speed pitch on that first inning. Sort of threw his bat out and just soft singled to center. He ended up working his way around the bases and eventually scoring on the dropped fly ball to the pitcher in the first. Ooh. Cade drops his elbow a little bit. Squares the count at 2-2. Oh, gets him on a curve. Freezes him. 2 up, 2 down. Both strikeouts for Cade Wobble here. So next up is number 7, Jackson Baker. In his first at bat, he grounded back to the pitcher. Oh, it looks like he hasn't seen a curveball before because he was just fooled on that ball. So Cade's still working ahead in the count. 1 strike. Cade's sporting some new shoes today. Dad was proud to bring him to Cooperstown and rewarded him with some new white New Balance shoes. All right, ahead in the count, 0-2. 2 curveballs, 2 strikes, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw another curveball here. Nope. Brought the high heat. Doesn't fool him. 1-2. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Knights are down 3-0. 1-2 count. Oof. Left it hanging. Little inside, 2-2. The sun's coming out here. When we got here about an hour ago, it was about 60 degrees. It's probably 80 now. Oh, fools him. Fastball frozen. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts for Cade Weibel. And of the 9 outs we've recorded, 8 of them are strikeouts. Yep. So we head to the bottom of the third. Score is Lancaster Lightning 3, Knights 0. Quite honestly, there's this game should be a 0-0 tie at this point. So next up for the Knights is Quade Jackson, nicknamed Quado, Quaalude, Quade something. That's what they told me last night anyways. But that was over some drinks and a game of pool, so I'm not sure how credible my sources are. Second up is Harrison Cox. Nickname, he wants to go by Harry. We don't think he should. And third up to bat is Cade Weibel. What's up, Drew?
I want to go in.
All right. I've got a visitor here. Little Drew Norrell. What do you think so far?
The game's going pretty good.
Is it?
No. But,
What do you like about it?
I don't know.
Did you just get here or you been watching? All right. Ike and Farley here. Hang on one second. We've got Quade Jackson up to bat. Quickly goes to 2-0, and Ike and Farley's got something to say here.
Quade rhymes with J, so he has the power of J too, so I think he can.
Knock it out of the park?
Yeah.
All right. Since Quade almost rhymes with J, evidently he's got power. All right, scores up the count at 2-2. Quade a little late on that pitch. Oof. A little late on that pitch, too. I don't think this pitcher's that fast. I think he's been hard to read so far. Shown a lot of control, a lot of strikes. From what I can tell, he doesn't throw a breaking ball, but he does throw off speed and mixes it up a bit. So this is Harrison Cox. Falls behind 0-1. All right. Shows some discipline. Counts 1-1. High and outside 2-1. It's basically no wind here this morning. Flags in left and right are dead still. A little bit ahead of that ball. 1-2. Oof. Just misses outside. Middle. Decent move by the shortstop. Throws it to first. Records the out. Shortstop's done a good job so far. 2 plays to him. Moving to his left. Made both. With throws over to first base. So change or something off speed that was a little bit high. 1-0. Batting .372 coming into this game. 3-0. Because of the rules, he is our extra hitter to start the game. So he's batting 10th in the lineup, but he's been one of the team's better batters all year long. So they walk Cade Weibel to get to the top of the order. Probably not smart. With Ryan at bat, I think we'll probably hold Cade on first. I'm sorry. Cade's pitching, so we're going to run for the pitcher. And Xander Kovar, a.k.a. Zoolander, takes first base. I don't think we're going to run into an out here. We're going to see what Ryan can do with it. Ryan's got all sorts of power in that bat, and he squares it up most of the time. Flies up. Pop up just behind second base, and that'll end the inning. Ryan's a little upset that he missed that ball. Usually he hits it square. I just think he was a little bit ahead. Slowed his bat a little bit, dropped the bat a little bit, and popped it up. So at the end of 3, the Knights are still down 3-0. Cade Weibel takes the mound again. He's looked good so far. 3 up, 3 down in the 3rd. All strikeouts for Cade Weibel. So as a pitcher this year for the Knights, Cade has actually thrown the most inning for the Knights. 35 innings. The next closest is Owen Norrell at 28. So Cade's no stranger to the mound. On the season, Cade's ERA is 1.29. Very impressive. Happens to be the lowest ERA for the Knights as well. So it's no wonder he sees the most innings. All right, Cade works ahead in the count. 0-1. They don't waste any time here at the park, I'm telling you. In between innings, they're out. They take 3 or 4 pitches, and they move them along. So the way these games are set up, they play a full 6 innings, unless it ends early by run rule. And I think it's got to be played within a 2-hour time limit. That said, most of these games, based on how they're playing them, are going to end within 2 hours. So pop out to Jay in right field. We quickly record the first out of the inning. I've got another visitor here, Drew Norrell. Again, might have something positive to say here. Don't freeze.
We're doing pretty bad. You gotta get those hits, you know?
That's what you got? What would you do? How would you approach this?
I'd let everybody get on base real quick, and then I'd
Get some runners
just
on
hit
and
it
then
over.
drive 'em in?
Just hit it over.
Hit over?
Easy work. Easy work.
Simple game, right?
Yeah.
See a strike, hit it far. All right, Cade misses low and away, so 2-1 count. This is number 14, the cleanup hitter, Tyler Karinsky. Tyler in the first, I believe, hit the pop-up to the pitcher. That was dropped and scored the first run. Ooh, hits it hard. Left center, quickly fielded and thrown in. Over the head of the second baseman. But Jack was very alert to back that up and held the runner at first base. You see how quickly that ball gets to the fence. You just basically play it off the fence and hold him to a long single. This is number 9 here. He's the 5 hitter. His name's Aaron Ferry. In his first at bat, he hit a bomb over the right field wall, probably 250 feet, which there was no doubt about it. The minute he hit that ball, there was a big groan from this side, a lot of clapping from that side. Kate throws over to first. I don't think Jack was ready for that. So we've got one out here in the top of the fourth. Aaron Ferry. Way ahead of a curveball from Cade. Cade's tough to read. He drops that arm a little bit. Sometimes that ball comes off with a hook on it. Ooh, just misses outside. 1-1. Oh. Again, just waves at a curveball. That pitch is really had the Lightning struggling here. So we got 1-2 count, one out, man on first, top of the fourth. Yep. Throw it again, throw down. Missed by a mile. Not sure where that ball was. But Cade strikes out the second, or for the second out of the inning. Runner on first was running on the play and takes second base on the errant throw. So we got a runner in scoring position, but 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. And Cade will face number 5. This is the 6th hitter for the Lightning, Anthony Campanella. He's their third baseman. Oh, soft hit. They're going to send him. He's going to throw, but that ball is going to be late. Going to throw to second base. That ball is going to be late. That goes to the right center fence. They're probably going to send him. Yep, they're sending him. He's going to score on the errant throw from center field. And the Knights are throwing the ball all over the field. That was a simple soft liner to left. That was just botched up, and Tony Fetchel does not like what he sees. Wow. 2-run score on that pitch. And so far, all 5 runs probably don't go down as unearned, but all 5 runs should not have scored. This game should be 0-0. So the bases are clear. We've got 2 outs. Top of the fourth. Cade Wobble's been throwing strikes. They've been struggling to hit him. And he quickly works ahead in the count. 0-1. Oh and 2. At bat here is number 1, Jacob Falter, who's number 7 hitter for the Lightning. Cade misses high, 1-2. I'd have to imagine if Cade hits the zone on this, we're going to be taking our bat. Yep. Throws a curveball. Clearly fools the batter, and we're out of the inning. But not after the Lightning score 2. Again, with a series of throwing errors by the Knights. So, we're moving into the bottom of the fourth. Scores 5-0 Lightning. And I think we've got the same pitcher taking the mound. Not the start the Lightning were looking for. I'm sorry, the Knights were looking for. Definitely the start the Lightning was looking for. Who's going to lead off for us? So I think leading off the inning is Owen Norrell, then Andre Wood, then Jay Turner. If we need some runs, these are the three guys you want coming to the plate. So they're coming down. Like I said, they are quick in and out of these innings. Owen hasn't even taken a swing yet. After Tony Fetchel has more words with the team, I think words of encouragement or probably loosely what he was providing.
Get off the wall.
Works ahead, off-speed pitch over the outside corner. Owen's two little brothers, Drew and Beck, are here to watch him play today. Oh, that's deep. That's gone. Two pitches, one swing, and that's about 240 feet over the right center wall. Owen Norrell finally gets the Knights on the board. Way to go, Owen! So you probably can't see it from here, but Owen has just got a silky smooth swing. Pitcher grooved one, and he took it deep. So evidently what Tony had to say was well received by the team. Next up is Andre Wood, number 4. He's been catching for the Knights. He comes out aggressive. I'm pretty sure that was a strike over the outside corner. He's down 0-1. Another one. As you can see, Coach Tony's like, Andre, pulling your head out. Keep your eye on the ball. Oh, 3 pitches, 3 swings. And Andre sits down for the first out for the Knights in the 4th. So 5-1 here in the bottom of the 4th, 1 out, and Jay Turner comes to bat. Catcher takes a look at the size of this kid and says, I want to have a talk with my pitcher. Don't throw to him. They'll probably work him low, keep this ball in the park. If he misses high, this ball has a good chance of getting out. High and away, 1-1. In the first, Jay hit a smoking line drive to left center. Ball never got more than 10 feet off the ground and hit the fence on the fly. 2-1 to Jay Turner. Oof. He liked it. He just missed it. 2-2. Foul tip, caught by the catcher, and Jay's retired for the second out. So after Owen Norrell's home run to start the inning, 2 strikeouts, and we're quickly at 2 outs. That brings up Jack Kruger. Jack Kruger. Fouls it off. Out of play and into the stands on the other side. 0-1 here. Ooh. The lefty swings. Foul tip caught by the catcher, and he's quickly behind in the count, 0-2. There you go, liner straight to the second baseman. And there's 3 outs. So after 4, the Knights are down to the Lightning 5-1. So I think we might see a pitching change here. We definitely are going to see a catching change. Andre Wood is at third base. Yep, Owen Norrell takes the mound. Andre caught for the first several innings. George Farley will step in to catch Owen. I think everything else is pretty much unchanged. We've got Ryan Pitcock in center, Jay Turner in right, Maximilian in left, Andre Wood at third, Quade Jackson at shortstop, Harrison Cox playing second, and Jack Kruger still at first. I've got Drew Norrell back for some more words of wisdom here. What do you got?
Okay, so
What do
We
you
got
think
one
about-
run.
What do you think about your brother's swing there?
it's all right. It's all right. I bet I could do a little bit better, way better. No, I'm just kidding. But
You would have
Still
knocked
doing
it out on the
bad.
first pitch, not waited for the second. Is that right?
yeah, still doing pretty bad. 5-1. Gotta get 4 runs. It's 5th inning. Yeah.
Getting ready to
Wait. Just for all my fans to know,
Oh my gosh.
I like corn.
Drew Norrell, he likes corn. Clearly focused on the game here as his brother takes the mound, faces his first batter. This is number 8. Number 8 for the Lightning. This is their second baseman. He's their 8 hitter. And Owen's down or behind in the count 1-0. Misses high again, 2-0. Takes something off of it, brings it down. Lightning swinging, 2-1. Yeah, they cannot hit an off-speed pitch, I agree. Misses high again. Owen's got to find his zone. We don't need any free base runners here. By the way, right before the inning started, Cade Weibel jumped into third base in place of Andre Wood. And Owen misses high and a free pass to the 8 hitter for the Lightning. Next up is Owen Power. This is number 4. He is the pitcher for the Lightning. He's gone all 4 so far. I know. Then Andre stepped out and was at third. Not much of a lead at first with a lefty on the mound. Owen's just got to find his groove here. Throws to first again. We haven't come home yet, so it's a fresh count. And Owen misses high again. And Tony's going to make a visit. Owen's just standing up, throwing with his arm. He needs to get that bottom half involved and make a stride. And find his target. I think the Knights are going to have a pretty quick trigger finger when it comes to pulling pitchers if we're going to be putting people on. Yeah, we already have someone warming up in the pen. There you go. So Andre Wood, who stepped in at third base, if Owen continues to struggle, he's going to come in to replace him, and that's why Cade Weibel stepped into third. Misses high again. 2-0 for Owen. Took something off of it. Looked like he aimed it, but he found the zone. Fouled off, so 2-1.
Relax, relax.
Again, we've got no outs here. In the top of the fifth, we got a runner on first. Free pass on the 4-pitch walk. Oh, he's running. I'll tell you what, he did not get a good jump. He jumped back to first, then went to second. George had a good chance of throwing him out if that ball wasn't fouled off. So we've got 2-2 here. Two and two, no outs, top of the fifth. Ooh, that looked good, and it was good. Found the outside corner, and Owen lives to face another batter. So we've got one out here, man on first. We'd love Owen to stay in the game. It keeps this runner close, gives us a chance to throw him out at 2. Number 6 steps into the box. This is Ben Somerville, who's their number 10 hitter. He's an extra hitter. The team from just outside of Buffalo here brought 11 players. They're batting them all. Got him. Step off. Throw to 2. Quick tag. They got him. Absolutely. So a good move by Owen, and keeping the lefty in paid off. That's the second out, and Owen's up 0-1 on the Lightning batter. Swinging for strike 2. So Owen has now found his zone. Nope, missed high. Almost too high for the catcher. So 1-2. As I mentioned in the last inning, other than Cade Weibel, Owen Norrell is throwing the second most innings for the Knights. Oh my goodness, we had room. It's a little scary over there. So there's a wall that comes in where the fans sit, and Jack, it was really hard to tell whether he was going to hit that wall or he had room to catch it in front. He slowed up a little bit and short-armed it, and the batter stays alive. So we got a 1-2 count, 2 outs, top of the fifth. Base hit to second. Nope. Don't get there. Pretty much the rule in baseball. You drop a ball, and it's going to come back to haunt you. So we give him an extra shot, and Ben Somerville hits a grounder just outside of Harrison Cox's reach. And that brings up the 11 hitter for the Lightning. This is Brady Austin, number 3. He's the extra hitter. Let's see if they're going to try to run again. I don't recommend it. They're not getting a very good lead or a very good jump with the lefty on the mound. That's got to be a strike. Again, we've seen it all game long. Pretty generous strike zone, but consistent. Anywhere from the shins to the armpits, just below the armpits, has been a strike today. But you got to like it. Forces teams to be aggressive and earn their bases. 0-1 pitch. This is going to be out of play and out of reach. Good hustle by Cade Weibel, but he wasn't going to get to that. So Owen works ahead in the count, 0-2. And goes down swinging for the third out. So at the end of 4.5, Knights are down 5-1, and they need some base runners here. So in the bottom of the fifth, George Farley's going to lead it off, followed by Maximilian, then Quade Jackson. His last at bat, George hit a soft line drive to second base. He got jammed. So from what I can tell, this is the same pitcher for the Lightning. Yep. Let me see how many pitches he's thrown so far. 60 pitches.
That's a lot. Plus all the pitches that he throws for warming up.
Yeah, so he's been pretty effective here. 61 pitches, 42 of them strikes. Yeah, every inning it's been about 15 pitches, 15, 17, 15, 13. You don't have a lot of base runners. Innings tend to be pretty efficient for the pitcher. So George Farley steps in. Watches the ball high, 1-0. So far, the pitcher for the Lightning here has given up 2 hits, 1 walk. That's it. He throws a strike on the outside corner, and it's 1-1. Come on, G, hit something hard. He hits one sort of hard over the head of the center fielder. George rounds 2, but a long single. All right. So he gets something working here for the Knights in the bottom of the fifth. That ball carried. Looked like a line drive. The center fielder took 2 steps in. And that ball just kept carrying over his head. One hop the fence. Probably landed about 195 feet out. Good swing for George. And Maximilian's up next. Interestingly, the Knights don't have a first base coach. So George is coaching himself here. And they're going to run for George with number 15, AJ Guaratano. So I like getting AJ in. AJ's a smart base runner. George is fast, so I don't love taking him off the base, but that's probably the dad talking, not the coach talking. And we got Drew Norrell here. I'd like to say something else other than I hit bigger bombs than my brother.
I think the bats are going to start. Well, the team's going to start hitting a little bit better.
Well, thank you for that word of wisdom, Drew. So Max turned, laid down a bunt, didn't move, sort of hit the mud in front of the home plate and just laid there dead. The catcher picked it up through to first for the first out in the inning. So we've got a man on second, 1 out. And Dylan Uribe is going to pinch hit here for Quade Jackson. So Dylan's got some pop in that bat. He get a hole one, and this game could be 5-3 really quick. Takes a first strike, but he hasn't seen a ball yet, so I completely agree with laying off the first pitch. There you go, swinging. Ball up the middle. Shortstop's been pretty reliable. Throws a strike to first for the second out. So that's the third play by the shortstop. And the third put out. And the Knights now have 2 down. In the bottom of the fifth. We're bringing in another pitch hitter here for Harrison Cox. Zach Fetchel. So the Knights got a lot of players on the bench and a lot of bats on the bench. Hopefully Zach is ready to do something with it and drive in our base runner AJ here. First pitch was in the dirt, 1-0. That's not going to be deep enough. Fly ball to left field, caught by the left fielder, and we're out of the inning. So after the leadoff single by George, we strand him on a bunt for an out, a grounder to shortstop, and then a fly ball to left field. Right on. So I hear we've got fans from the left coast listening in. How you doing, Uncle Ted? Good to have you. So let me give you a recap here. We're heading to the top of the sixth. 5-1. Knights are down. We really haven't generated much offense all day other than Owen Norrell's bomb over the right field fence. So Owen will take the mound again. George behind the plate. Andre comes out. He's playing third now. After Owen got control, Andre came back out to play defense. Cade Weibel steps over to shortstop. Zach Fetchel moves into second base. Got Jay Turner in right. Ryan Pitcock in center and Maximilian in left field. Well, we need some bats here. So we're going to start off the bottom of the sixth with Cade Weibel. Then we move to the top of the order with Ryan Pitcock, Owen Norrell, and Andre Wood. A lot of power coming up. So if we can get out of this inning, the Knights have hope. Owen misses high. That ball just missed the mascot. Oof. I'm sure we'll see some activity in the bullpen here. We can't afford to let any more runs by. So Owen's behind in the count, 2-0. Takes something off of it and finds the zone, 2-1. That's been his formula. We throw a couple high, take a little bit off it, find the zone, and hopefully we can stay there. 2-1, no outs, top of the sixth. Foul back off George's head. He shakes it off. It's 2018, so we're going to undergo concussion protocol. Tony holds up 2 fingers. I think I read George's lips. He said 2. He's going to stay in the game. If he didn't, you would have heard some words from me. All right. So we got a 2-2 count. George puts on his helmet. Appears to be all right. I'm sure he'll milk that for a treat after the game. Swinging at a high pitch, and he strikes him out. All right, so 1 down. How many strikeouts do we have today? That's the 10th strikeout that the Knights have thrown today. What's that? 15th strikeout they've thrown. So of the 13 of the 16 outs recorded so far, 13 of them are on strikeout. It's unfortunate. Errors have really been the result. Throws that for just misses outside. 2-0. There you go. Soft grounder to Zach Fetchel at second, and he boots it. That is the 7th error by the Knights today. So they've got 5 hits. We've recorded 7 errors. Owen does his job, forces a weak hit to the right side, and we don't put him away. Every team's got to have jitters here, but the Knights clearly aren't playing at their full potential. So we got 1-0. Not going to have much of a lead there at first with the lefty on the mound. Grounds it to short. See if Cade can make a play. No, late to first. That bobble cost him. In the hole, it's just got to be clean. Not sure how they're going to record that. That might be the 9th error for the Knights today. So Andre Wood is going to come and replace Owen. Give him a couple reps in relief. Owen did his job. He threw strikes, grounders to the infield, and we just didn't turn him around for outs. So Dylan Uribe came in to replace Andre at third base. Everyone else has stayed in position. So officially, that last play was an error by Cade Wobble, so that is our 8th error. It's hard to win a baseball game, especially a low-scoring baseball game with 8 errors. Cade will lead off the next inning, though, so he's got a chance to redeem himself. And consistent with what we've seen all game, they are moving this thing along. One more pitch for Andre, and we're going to start up again. There you go. If he throws strikes, these guys are going to have trouble hitting them. So this is number 14. He's the cleanup hitter, Tyler Karniski. Last time he flew out to left center. That's a strike. Outside corner on the knees. And Andre works ahead in the count, and it's about 10 miles an hour faster than what they've seen from us. Oh, throws a hook. Oh. So on the curve, low and away, squib by George. George ran to the fence, was going to throw to third, held up his throw. The ball shoots out of his hands. Still a little wet and a little muddy back there. We got men on second and third, 1 out in the top of the 6th. Ooh, hard hit ball. Off the glove of Zach Fetchel, diving Zach Fetchel. Rounds third, throws home. Throws wild home and hits the runner on his way in. I don't know if that's another throwing error, but we have just not been able to throw the ball to our base. That guy was dead to rights at home if we make an accurate throw. Zach made a really good play on that ball. Almost caught it, just stretched out, hit the tip of his mitt. That could have easily been 2. I know the runner held up at second base, but he was off a tad. And 2 runs score on that pitch, or that hit. And the Lightning take a 7-1 lead. So Andre throws hard pitch to clean up. This is Aaron Ferry. First time up. Oh, straight back. Hits him in the leg. It's going to come to third and call time. So Andre takes one off the just above the knee. Hard hit ball up the middle. And that's unfortunate. The Lightning show great sportsmanship. Guy on second almost didn't even run to third. Sort of stuck in the middle. He's like, what do I do, coach? He just ran to third and took a knee. That ball was hit hard. It's off the bat of Aaron Ferry. Aaron Ferry hit a bomb to right in the first. Probably 250, 260 feet. Oh, that's going to hurt. That's right. Well, one of the Knights coaches is a medic, so he's going to get sort of a good idea of what we need to do here. So while you're waiting, why don't we talk about what the Knights have got? So this is game one against the Lancaster Lightning out of Lancaster, New York. Well, they're taking a long look at this. Andre's a tough kid. He is a big kid, nicest kid you ever met, and it's a shame. So we hope for the best here. Not the way you want to start Cooperstown experience. So what they're saying is it hit him in the knee. I think it hit in the... All right. All sorts of rumors spreading here, but we'll get back to you. So the Knights, this is their first game against the Lancaster Lightning out of Lancaster, New York. Our next game is against the SBA Canes. SBA Canes are, according to their website, an elite team. Collection of players from both South Carolina and North Carolina. I bet they're pretty darn good. Based on what we saw, they sent 3 teams, or they carry 3 teams, and they sent 2 to Cooperstown already this year. Both finished in the top 15, so no doubt the third team from the Canes is going to be pretty stout. So those are our first 2 games today. So we'll be back at 4:30 this afternoon for that Canes game. Tomorrow, we've got 2 games. First is against the Flushing Raiders out of Flushing, Michigan. That's at 1:45. Our second game will be against the Princeton Tigers, named after the Princeton University Tigers, out of Princeton, New Jersey. That's at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. So we got our first night game. Should be pretty cool. This place is amazing. And then on Tuesday, we'll play Smart Tense Angels out of California in our first game at 1:45, and then another night game against the Guelph Royals. That's Guelph, Canada, Tuesday at 7 p.m. Yes. Those are all Eastern time. So Andre's dad's on the field now. Paul is a very, very nice man. Andre has played on a lot of teams. Andre was here Before, right? Didn't he come to a Cooperstown event this year already? So it looks like they're going to stabilize his leg. We're not sure if it hit above the knee, below the knee, on the knee, hit him in the thigh. Got it. So he's feeling a little bit of pain in his back. It hit him on the inside thigh, just above the knee. And they're going to stabilize it just out of extreme caution. Poor kid. So it's cooled off a little bit here. Cloud cover just rolled in. I'm going to learn a little bit more and get back to you. It's still on, right? Well, y'all can see what's happening. So I got not a lot of information. The line drive hit him on the inside thigh, just above the knee. So fortunately didn't hit him on the bone. They're concerned that there might be bone damage based on just the pain he's feeling down his leg and into his back. So what they're doing is, out of the utmost caution, just stabilizing his leg. What I believe will happen, they'll take him away. We'll take some x-rays. He'll be all right, but very unfortunate. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Hopefully it's something he can shake off and hopefully play another inning while we're here in Cooperstown. So they're going to bring out a board, but again, this is out of caution. This is not anything more than that. It's not spinal. It's his leg. Okay, so they've got Andre on the board. And again, if you're just joining us, hard line drive back at the pitcher. Caught him on the inside leg. And he's just experiencing a lot of pain. So it's really hard to pinpoint what might have happened. They're going to take him off. They're going to take some x-rays. And if there's one thing you believe, if you're here at Cooperstown, they will do it right. He's in very good care. Can only imagine what Andre's father, Paul, is thinking and feeling right now. He's probably just happy that it's not something more serious.
If you're feeling lucky, step on up to the mound.
Don't talk too loud. The millions are right here. Max is up. Now that batter's in first. That was the only big bat I saw. Yeah. Okay, so we'll probably get things started. Just a quick recap. Yep, got it. So the Knights are down 7-1. We're in the top After that hit back to the pitcher. The Lightning now has accumulated 7 hits and 0 errors in the field. The Knights have 3 hits. It looks like 5 errors. So some generous scorekeeping here. We've made far more mistakes or made far fewer plays in the field than the 5 errors that are recorded. So the Knights take the field. Obviously feeling a little bit down.
Play for your teammate.
So Maximilian's going to take the mound. Max is this is his first appearance in Cooperstown, obviously. And I'm sure he's feeling great taking the mound after that, but Max is a tough kid. He'll do his thing. So a little more news about Andre's experience. They're thinking it could be a fracture, actually, based on the pain he's experiencing. Hopefully that's not the case. We'll have to update you this afternoon. So we are 2 hours into this game. They're going to finish the inning, of course. This is the 6th inning, so this will be the last anyways. And the Knights do have a chance with the top of the order coming up, but they haven't helped themselves, giving up 2 more runs in the 6th here. All right, they're calling for balls in. Runners are going to take their bases. We've got 1 out, men on first and third, a fresh count. And up next for the Lightning will be number 5, Anthony Campanella. He's their third baseman. He'll probably be moving on the pitch, yep. Runner was moving from first to second. Max throws a strike, and it's fouled back. So they'll return to their bases, and we'll do it again. The man on third, I doubt the Knights are going to be throwing down right here. They look to first. Try to catch him jumping. He's back. And again, he'll be running on the pitch. Walks in. That was closer than you think. 0-1 count. The runner takes off on the pitch. It's high. No contest. No steal. So 2 men in scoring position. Second and third. Counts 1-1. Pops him up, out of play. So Max works ahead in the count, 1-2. Line drive to left center. It hops past our outfielder. Throw in, but 2 score on the hit. And that ball was misplayed in left or left center, allowing that second base or the runner on second base to score on the play. So it's 9-1 Lightning. Max works ahead again, so it's 0-1. So we've got one out. Man on first, 9-1 Lightning. And the Knights have dug themselves a hole that's almost impossible to get out. Good move to first, a little late. Swings late. You got to imagine we're not going to throw anything off speed here. Just bring the heat. Number 1 for the Lightning, Jacob Falters, struck out twice in the game. So if Max finds his zone, we got a good chance of getting our second out here. Nope. That was high. No chance George had to catch that ball. And the runner takes second base. So 1-2 count. High again. 2-2. Again, 2 strikeouts so far. Find the zone. You got a good chance of recording our second out here. High again. After starting 0-2, we're down to a full count. Takes his base. So that's a free pass. Puts men on first and second. Still one out here. And up steps number 8. This is Ethan Flasher, second baseman for the Lightning. Max is not trusting his mechanics here. He's trying to aim that ball, and he's just losing it high. So Ethan Flasher, the number 8 batter for the Lightning. He wears number 8, second baseman. He's 0 for 1 on the day with a walk. So after the quick visit, I'm sure just to settle Max down, Max throws high, 2-0. At this point, we'll probably let Max work through it. Down 9-1. There you go. Found the zone. 2-1.
Big Max.
Misses high again, 3-1. Take a deep breath here. I need to find the zone. Nope. Walks him on 5 pitches to load the bases. So we've got one out here in the top of the 6th. Bases are loaded for number 4. This is Owen Power. He's the pitcher of record. He's pitched the first 5 innings for the Lightning. Max finds a top of the strike zone there to go ahead 0-1. Soft hit, finds a hole, scores 1. Would have scored the second. Oh my goodness gracious. Bad throw scores the man from third. So we would have had him at, oh my goodness, we're throwing it all over the place. So we would have had the runner at second. He had to hold on that ball. Didn't know if that was going to be caught by the shortstop. Wild throw. Doesn't get the runner and allows the man on third to advance from second to score. So 2 score on that play. And the score is 11-1 Lightning. Max pitches a strike. They throw to first. 2 outs. Now we got a man on second and third. Could have had him at third, but we take the easy out on that to make sure we record the second. So number 3 steps up. This is Brady Austin. He's the 11th batter for the Lightning. He's their extra hitter, or their second extra hitter. All right, Max has found the strike zone here. He works ahead 0-1. Swings at a pitch almost at his eyes and falls behind 0-2. All right. Drew Norrell wants another word, but we're going to wait till we retire this man and retire the inning, or the half inning. Max finds the strike zone. All right. So for the third out, but not after the Lightning score 6 in that inning, increasing their lead from 5 to 11 to 1. And we head to the bottom of the 6th. Cade Weibel will lead off. And Drew Norrell here is here for another word. What could you have done better than the Knights?
We're in a bad position right now. I don't know if they're going to pull this game off.
You don't know?
I don't think
50-50?
No, more like a 1 out of 99.
1 out of 99? So you're saying there's a chance?
1%.
1% chance. All right, so number 4. Hang on. Number 4 takes the mound again. This is Owen Power. He's pitched the entire game so far. He's got to be tiring. So maybe that's an opportunity for the Knights to take advantage.
For all my fans out there, I like corn.
In case you didn't hear him last inning, Drew wanted to remind you he likes corn. All right, so Cade steps in, takes a ball low and away. So this inning, Cade Weibel will lead us off, followed by Ryan Pidcock. Finds the outside corner, and Aiken Farley has a word. What do you got?
We need, this is not a really close game, so we need to get a lot of runs here to get back up. So we need to score 11 to win and 10 to tie. So let's look how they do.
So you're at bat now, Ikes. What would you do?
I think I should get on base, get a good hit, and hope my teammate can, and hope my teammates can help me out.
Good answer. No one should be swinging for the fences here. All right. Cade's got a 2-2 count. Low and away. Evidently that was a full count. I looked at the scoreboard. The scoreboard had it wrong, so Cade's on. I doubt he's going to be stealing. Ryan Pidcock steps up. He's our leadoff batter. Hasn't had much luck today. So Ryan's 0 for 2. Fly out and a pop out. And his pop out was just behind second base. His fly out, I think, was short center. So we know Ryan wants to connect with one here, and he usually does hit it hard. All right. 2 balls to Ryan. Yeah. Oh, it's one between second and third. They hold Cade. And that goes into the dugout. Dead ball. Cade advances to third. And Ryan, I'm sorry, Cade advances home and Ryan advances to third. Evidently, they had rounded the base. Because they were already heading to the next base, they gave him an extra base. Seemed pretty generous to me, but hit the ball hard, good things happen. So, Cade Weibel scores our second run. And Owen Norrell steps up to the plate. His last time up was the only happy time in the first 5 innings for the Knights. Hit a home run over the right field fence about 240 feet. His 9th of the season. So Owen leads the team in home runs with 9 this season. We don't need a home run here, though. We'll take a base hit. We just need base runners. And that's a home run. Cade with his second of the game. Owen with his second of the game. And the Knights put up 2 more. So the score is now 11-4. And as we said in the top of the 6th, there's a chance, but we'd given up 6, and the 6th was not working for the Knights. So Ty Curry is going to step in. This was Andre Wood's spot, the 3-hole. He's going to replace him in the lineup. Doesn't look like they're going to make a pitching change here. This is still number 4 on the mound, Owen Power, who's pitched the entire game. He's thrown 79 pitches, 50 for strikes, faced 21 batters. So Ty steps in. Squibs one to the right, foul ball, which is a good thing. So we've got an 0-1 count. No outs here in the bottom of the 6th. It's 11-4, so Lightning still have a pretty big cushion to work with. Ty grounds one to third. He comes up throwing, throws a strike to first for the first out. Good play by the third baseman. Jay Turner steps up. Jay's got 1 hit this game. Line drive to center field. And that's another line drive to center field. It's middle fence. Again, probably didn't go more than 10 feet high. And hit the center field fence on a line. I can still see the dent in the wall. But on a 200-foot fence, the center fielder just fielded it cleanly, threw it to second, and that's a long single by Jay Turner. So next up is Jack Kruger. We've got 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. 11-4, Lightning are beating the Knights. Jay Turner on first, and he's running. And slides in safely. An awkward slide. This is sort of a clay brick substance. It drains really well, but it's hard to play on when it's a little damp. So that pitch was high, taken for a ball. Did he swing at that? All right, that was a very high strike call on that first pitch. Strike 2. If it's catchable, it's a strike. We're trying to get this game over with. 1-1 count. Oof. A good swing, but a foul tip. And Jay's got to return to second base. So we've got one out. Jay Turner at second, Jack Kruger up. High and outside. 2-2 count. Pops him up. A high fly ball to left field. Well fielded for the second out of the inning. That probably flew 180 feet. Just shows you pop flies have a chance of getting out. So George Farley is our last chance here. Steps up with 2 outs. Jay Turner at second base. Takes a strike on the outside corner. So his last at bat, George hit a line drive over the center fielder's head to the fence for a long single. We need a base hit here. Takes outside. Had to be close. He looked back at the ump and begged for a ball there. 1-1 count. And he finds one. Line drive to left field, and Jay Turner's going to score on the throw home. George with the second hit of the game. That jammed him too. He did not hit that well, and he's rubbing his hands. They sting right now. But keeps the game alive. So 11-5. We've got 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th, and I think they're going to make a pitching change. So Owen Power leaves the field. Pretty good outing against the Knights. Threw 90 pitches, 58 of them strikes, faced 25 batters, gave up 6 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned, 2 bases on balls, and 5 strikeouts. Not a bad day for his first appearance in Cooperstown. A lot of pitches, though. So we won't see him for another couple days for sure. So in for the Lightning to pitch is number 2, Josh Tulin. He was the shortstop. Actually had a really good game at short. I think he only had 3 plays, but a few of them difficult and turned them into outs every time. I've got another visitor here. Craig Weibel would like a word. What do you got to say, Craigo?
Nothing.
Craig's got nothing. Craigo, do you like corn?
Yeah.
All right. That's 2-2. Eichen, do you like corn?
Not really. Corn in the cob, but corn in the cob, yes.
Okay, 3 of 3 like corn. Drew Norrell, what do you got to say?
I like corn.
All right. Once again, Drew likes corn. So Xander, I'm using it. I'll give it to you when we're done. Xander Kovar steps in to pinch hit. George Farley still at first. Xander fouls it back. He's behind 0-2. Tad bit behind it, just under it. We'd like to see Xander connect here. I'm sure George is going to stay put. We don't need to be thrown out. Hits it hard to third. Great play by the third baseman. Throw to first to end the game. Third baseman there, number 6, has made a few good plays. And he ends the game. Hard hit ball. Not a bad job by Zoolander, but sometimes you hit it at him. So that ends the game. The Knights lose their first appearance here, 11-5 against the Lancaster Lightning. Quick summaries for you. The Lightning had 11 runs off of 9 hits. Did record 1 error. The Knights, 5 runs off 7 hits and 7 errors recorded. And we think that was generous. We think it was more like 9 or 10 errors by the Knights. So pitch-wise, the Knights threw 5 different pitchers. Ryan Pitcock threw 2 innings. Cade Weibel threw 2 innings. Owen Norrell threw inning and an out. Andre came in, got hit by that line drive up the middle. We'll check on his status. And Maximilian threw the final 2 outs of the last inning. I think that's all I've got. Game 2 for the Knights will be this afternoon, 4:30 on Field 12 if you're here in Cooperstown, against the SBA Canes. Again, we face another tough team today, so hoping for a better result. We'll see you then. Thanks for tuning in.